Alright, hey everyone, this is Team Torchwood, and as you guys expected and I promised, I'm going to be doing the review of Power of the Daleks, the DVD. Here we go. Here we are. Oh boy. So before I get into the packaging, I want to point out that everything from the exterior is the same as the slipcover, as you can see here, so there's no differences. Apart from it looks cooler. So first of all we have the front cover with the Daleks and the Doctor and his companions, and the cool logo actually. Then on the back we have some information, some pictures of the animation. Then we have some more like information about the special features, like right there, and yeah, so all of that. And then on the spine we have this, and if you guys can tell, the logo will not fit in your discs. That doesn't bother me actually, but in case it does bother you, there is an alternate cover on the inside, as you can see, which has the regular spine, but honestly it doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, so moving down to the features on the inside, we have some leaflets. We have disc 1, and then taking out these ones, we have disc 2. These, I'll talk about the features on these discs in a minute, but first of all we have some advertisement from the BBC about a colouring book and the BBC store and the experience. Then we have the booklet itself. It looks kind of nifty and everything, it looks kind of cool. Have some information about it. If you can pause and read it if you want to, but I don't have the time to do that, as we need to do the review of the actual episode. So, there we have that. We have more there. With more, and then more, even there. So, yeah. Now, moving down to the episode itself. So, episode 1, it starts with the Doctor getting used to, because obviously, in case you didn't know, actually, before I get into the actual story, I want to point out, this will contain spoilers of the episode, so if you haven't watched it and you don't want to be spoiled, go back and get it and watch it, and then watch this review of my opinion on it and all that. I'll be going in depth, and just so, okay, so now moving into it, this is the episode following from the 10th planet, where the first Doctor regenerates into the second. So the Doctor gets into his role, kind of. He gets up and there's this side effect where he gets a headache or something. Then he comes around, and it doesn't take the whole episode for the Doctor to understand, like, that, oh, he's the Doctor, he has a flute, he has a weird hat for this story, he has a bow tie, he likes to be eccentric and silly. He doesn't take the whole episode to do that, like Castrovalva, for example, or I don't know, other stories which do that, because episode 1 of Castrovalva just has the 5th Doctor wandering around the TARDIS. But all the same, let's just continue. So it shows that he knows what he's doing as he checks the atmosphere just like that. He's just, because at the time people didn't really trust this actor as the Doctor. He's like, why did he replace Will Hartnell? Because, you know, he's the Doctor, not this new young fellow. So he has to prove that he's the Doctor through his professional, like, you know, methods, you know. So then he obviously, it sets up some more characters like Lesterson, who has this interest in this ship, and the Doctor finds the body of the observer, and he gets mistaken for the observer, so he plays the role. So he plays the role of him, so that he can get inside and find out what the ship is all about. Then they get inside, and they find a bunch of broken down Daleks, which is really a cool cliffhanger when they see a mutant slip under the door. I really like that cliffhanger, actually. First episode is quite eventful. I like it. The second episode, there are suspicions of characters being really shifty, and Lesterson apparently knowing that the Daleks were there in the first place, so he wasn't really surprised that they were there. And the Doctor trying to persuade the rest of the people that the Daleks are dangerous and they need to be melted down and destroyed. Even a dead Dalek is dangerous because they can be used, you know. And so we also get a clue of who really attacked the Examiner, who the Doctor is impersonating, which is interesting because it's kind of like a stalemate, because the Doctor can't really do anything, but neither can the murderer, because they have no proof, either of them. So yeah, and yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I like episode 2. It's kind of good. The cliffhanger is less eventful, but it's still interesting. Now moving on to episode 3, we have the first okay, so in episode 1 there was a guy who, when he was like talking, actually it was the second episode, when he was fiddling with the Dalek with Lesterson, the Dalek gun fired and it killed the guy, but we didn't know if he died or he was just injured. So that death is confirmed. So the first confirmed death on the story, he's trying to sabotage the Daleks. The Doctor is. He's trying to do that. And meanwhile, Polly gets captured, and there is tension in the colony. You know, because of like the political side of this story. Is pretty cool, and that's one of the things is really cool about this story, because you don't get it as much in classic stories where there are two dividing plots. This being the plot of the rebels and the colony, that it's really big tension, and then the other one being the obvious threat of Lesterson rebuilding the Daleks. So yeah, it's really, really good. This story is really good, and so two other Daleks come out of the ship, showing that there are more. The Daleks are already active and stuff. There are Daleks are still alive, and yeah, and the murderer is revealed, and so it's really, really cool. So moving on to episode 4, we have Lesterson trying to demonstrate his authority over the Daleks, because the Daleks are like, we will have our power, and so Lesterson is like, nope, you still belong to me, you need to remember that. And so the Daleks kind of use him and say, yes, we are your servant, which reminds me of the episode Victory of the Daleks in the modern series, when the Daleks come around handing everybody some tea in World War II, you know, you get the episode I'm talking about, and more Daleks, like, so the Daleks, the people try to fight back against the rebels by using the Daleks. That's another sinister plan going on, which is an interesting one, honestly. It's very, very interesting, and so yeah, and the big cliffhanger, this is a really good cliffhanger, this one, where Lesterson sneaks onto the ship and he finds that hundreds of Daleks are being reproduced right under his nose back in the ship where he found the Daleks. And I really love that cliffhanger. And so so people aren't really, in episode 5 this is now, Lesterson is not being listened to. He's trying to say the Daleks are growing stronger and they need to be destroyed, but they're not listening to him now because they want to use the Daleks against the rebels. So yeah, and so yeah, it's really just tension building. And the Doctor did get thrown in jail in episode 4, I forgot to mention, but now he escapes jail with this other guy, and so it's interesting. Things are starting to fall in place for the last episode, and the Daleks make their plan to make their move, honestly. So that was another good cliffhanger. So episode 6, the Daleks start to take control. The Daleks seem trustworthy until they kill both sides, the leaders of the colony and the rebels. So they're like, whose side are you on? We are on the Dalek side, they say. So that finishes the fight against the rebels, and so that subplot is resolved. Well, not really, it's concluded, but making a sudden end when the Daleks come in and fight both of them. So and then the Doctor and Lesterson is in despair. He's like, I only wanted to use them for good and all that, and the Doctor's like, they can't be used. So Lesterson and the Doctor make this plan so that Lesterson distracts the Daleks while the Doctor cuts off their energy supply, which kills all of the Daleks, but Lesterson sacrifices himself for the end. The end's means, you know, it's kind of how it goes, I suppose. So yeah, and then but when the Doctor and Polly and Ben leave, they see one of the Daleks that are broken down still alive. So that just that honestly finishes the whole story. And I've got to be honest, it is so good. Highly recommend this story to anyone. I've got this. I pre-ordered this on Amazon for about £15. It is so worth it. So really quickly, on special features, we have the animation and photo gallery, which is interesting and good. The animation test footage, we have original title sequence, which isn't really anything special. And then we have behind the scenes of Power of the Daleks, which is cool. And so surviving material and the original trailer. Now that's really interesting. I really like looking at that. But yeah, so and then we have this one really takes the cake for me. So it has a teleslap reconstruction of the whole story. Obviously it's narrated, but it's a full telesnap. It's telesnap reconstruction, just the all 6 episodes, which I think is really impressive. That they went so far as to not just make us an animation, make us a telesnap reconstruction if we didn't like the animation, which is incredible. GG BBC, you've made a great product here. And then lastly, they have original Dalek recordings, you know, speaking the lines of the Daleks. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for special features. My final thoughts. Okay, so the animation itself, the Daleks are incredible. Their animation is really good. There's nothing really wrong with them at all. The animation of the Doctor is good, but I feel like actually no, it's quite good. And the animation of Polly is really good as well, and the side cast. It's just Ben. I can't really see Ben in there, you know, at all. I can't see that being Ben at all. I don't picture Ben being that animation, really. It doesn't really do him justice. But yeah, so the cast are kind of memorable, I guess. I've only watched it once and thrown out this review. But yeah, I think it's alright. It's alright, it's not that bad. So yeah, and the 2 plot lines are good. So overall, I give this story and this DVD, I give the DVD quality a 9.5, I think, maybe a 10, actually. I'll give it a 10. And then I give the story a 10. So this is very worrying for me, because this is actually challenging Remembrance of the Daleks as being the best my favourite story, because this is amazing. I adore this story. It's a 6-part masterpiece, and I can't decide whether I like Power of the Daleks or Remembrance of the Daleks more. It's really annoying, guys. So yeah, but anyway, this story is amazing. I recommend this. If you haven't picked it up, pick it up right now. So yeah, I hope you guys love it as much as I do. But yeah, there isn't really much else to say. I've got pretty much said all of what I've thought, really. All of it going through. 6-part epic. 6-part epic. This is the definition of a 6-part epic story. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this was insightful, and I hope this got you, I hope this persuaded you to buy it. So, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoy this story, because it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. So with that said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.